the stock market, meaning companies' new highs.
I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. Nuts! They're nuts! They know nothing!
An online network called Internet.
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
Welcome, my degenerates. The rest of your life starts right now on Market Mania, presented by Kalshi. The no bullshit approach to all markets, including election betting, cryptocurrency, and the largest casino in the world, the U.S. stock market. We're back, baby. Thanks to Kalshi for taking all of our USA legal election bets and sponsoring this show. We have a very special guest in the studio today. It is PJ Black. Dr. Black, thank you so much for joining Market Mania today. Top story. You can see this is Dr. Black's Instagram here. Pro wrestler, election gambler, equities trader, crypto trader, poker. The man does it all, it seems like. Thank you so much. And we are gonna. These are great pictures, actually. This is great stuff. So if anybody's talking shit, just remember you are talking shit to that guy that you're looking at right there. Thank you, Dr. Black, for joining us.
I just wanted to. Sorry, PJ, go ahead.
I just want to say thanks for having me, guys. This is all the cool stuff and fun stuff that I like talking about. So this should be a fun one.
Glad to have you.
I just wanted to cut in right away at the beginning and just let you know, PJ and I first met a few years ago when we were doing a Poker Night in America project. I wanted to show you a few images from that. We had a lot of fun. What became apparent to me that not only was he a pro wrestler, but also a prolific gambler. So, I mean, he's the kind of guy we want on a show like this. And as you mentioned, he does crypto, equity. He's basically a finance ninja right along with us. So I just wanted to lay out those bona fides, let you guys get into the show here. I'm out.
Thank you very much, Tony, for the brilliant introduction. We are going to let Dr. Black fire off some of our money later on in the show. And we do want to get his reactions to the top story today, which is going to be mail-in mania. Thank you very much to Squee, who I know has significant action on this election. And he posted this meme right here about everybody talking, and Matt Glantz brought this up recently about how, hey, prediction markets might not be right. You know, you see like this huge Trump bump. And then, a lot of people were saying, this isn't right. Why is the popular vote market so high for Trump? Isn't Kamala going to guaranteed win it? I got some normie friends that are about to bet big on that too. And then so he posted this meme. And then now we have mail-in ballots starting to fly in. I'm not sure exactly how much data we get on who they voted for. I'm pretty sure we don't get who, but we get the amount. 21 million American mail-in votes. Dr. Black, do you believe this is a needle-moving thing? Do you believe this is overwhelming? Do you believe it's Democrat-leaning, like how the mail-in votes do tend to be? What are your thoughts on the recent markets and these mail-in votes?
I mean, that's a tough one, right? First of all, I'm not American, but I live in America, so I deal with Americans all the time, and obviously politics season is upon us, and it's everywhere. I have worked in all 50 states, by the way, which is annoying because I have to file tax return in every single state. So it's interesting for me to see these parts of America where people vote, where they lean to the red team or the blue team, but for me, this is all entertainment. I cannot vote. So, I mean, to me, it's pro wrestling, right? It's like, who's really pulling the strings? Because either of these people, they're not really ruling the country, so to speak. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I don't know. That's how I see it. But it's fascinating. I don't agree with the mail-in stuff because, like, how do you even check that stuff? I mean, we have fantastic technologies these days, which we'll talk about. This is why we have the blockchain and all these other technologies. Why can we not do it on our phones or on an app or something like that? Why the mail-in stuff? I mean, this is 2024. Like, why do we even have mail-in ballots? That's my question.
I've long thought, PJ, that the blockchain voting system should be how it's done. You could have an entity, like you could have any state control who gets the private keys that are you could have everybody have their private key, and you can have a collection of public keys, which you can verify however you want. ID or no ID. You can do it however you want, but it seems like you could get a verifiable vote from blockchain technology.
Totally, and this is probably why the governments, the red team and the blue team, are trying to block it or trying to slow things down. Because no one can cheat anymore. Like I'll give you an example. I live in California, right? And we know California is technically one of the richest countries, not the states.
Yeah.
One of the richest countries in the world. But nobody knows where all our tax money is going. We have the highest taxes in the world. We have the highest energy rates in the world. But nobody knows where all this extra money is going. Imagine if it could be tracked on blockchain, then none of this money would go missing. It'll cut out so much corruption. And that's what governments are known for, whether you like to admit that or not. And this is why they're fighting it so hard.
I think California would be number 6 if they were a country in GDP. If it was a standalone country, it'd be 6th in the world. It'd be like behind Japan, ahead of Germany or something like that. And yet the government's always running out of money and the cities are just these like dystopian hellholes. It's crazy.
Brett, I'm going to ask you and then Dr. Black here. Tony, if you could pull up just the current Kalshi, let's go general, and then we're going to go popular just for a moment. And then Brett, do you think that you've seen the mail-in numbers, and I want to get an answer out of both you specifically on the mail-in numbers. You see a 60-40 Trump weighted coin flip. Do you think that the mail-in ballots make this information invalid? Do you think that this is wrong right now, or do you think that maybe the blue team is coming back hard?
So the blue team, they have just better infrastructure in place, whether it's ballot harvesting or things like that. They're making sure that they're going to get a ton of the sort of low effort votes are going to end up voting for the blue team, whether they're just going to the apartment complex and rounding it up, or maybe they're even voting for people. They're going to press the edge wherever they can. I personally think that the support for Trump is pretty overwhelming this election. So it's really going to be, it's like man versus machine. Like he's the John Henry of our times fighting this machine. They're going to pull out all the stops. But I mean, Trump, he's the candidate of hope and inspiration, which is crazy. You tell someone that in 2016, they'd think you lost your mind, but it's true. So I think that hopefully,
so you're not scared. You're not scared of the mail-in.
I think that the people are going to stand up, rise up against the machine this election, and Trump's going to win bigly.
Dr. Black, do you believe the current prediction markets? Do you think it's 60-40? And then are you scared? Do you believe the mail? Do you think the mail-in? There's 21 million mail-in votes. Do you think that's significant?
I believe the prediction markets a little bit more than whatever's on mainstream media, just purely because, it's open source and we know how that goes, right? Anything that's closed sourced or not decentralized can be controlled. You can control that narrative. So this is, again, why we need these technologies. So I kind of believe this a little bit more, but I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, at the end of the day, we'll see what happens. It'll be a fun one. Like I've said before, like I've worked in all 50 states and talking to people everywhere I go. This seems to be more accurate, I think.
Oh, all right. So I appreciate that. Do you have any election bets right now? Do you have any personal bets?
I got quite a few open.
You wish to share. That you wish to share with the world here.
All right, let's see. Initially,
you don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, I whatever has great odds, I would usually like gamble a little bit on that, and then obviously things that I have a feeling that I might be more right. I'm a little bit more conservative on those, but I still play around. I think initially I made a bet that neither of these guys would win, and they would put someone else in place, like a Newsom or like not even Oprah, some random number, just because it had good odds. I like to play around with those things just to play devil's advocate and mess around some of these numbers.
You're in good hands here. That guy sitting next to me, we call him Contrarian Richie. And you are in good hands on this show. So, Tony, go ahead and switch it to Tulsi joins the GOP. And I know Brett Ritchie here, Contrarian Richie over there, he loves Tulsi Gabbard. And I mean, I kind of do. I'm getting sweet on her too. I'm not going to lie to you. Brett, what happened? This is big news, right? She went from, from blue back in the day to independent, now to red?
Yeah, basically is what happened. So she was the vice chair of the DNC in 2015 into the Hillary back when Bernie was running. So she was running against she was the vice chair. She was like basically next in line to be the star of the Democratic Party. They wanted her to be the dream girl. She sees the corruption going on with Debbie Wasserman Schultz. They were cheating for Hillary. She resigned from the DNC to endorse Bernie in 2016 or whatever, 2015 for the 2016 election because of the corruption she saw. And since then, the DNC and Hillary and all of them just unfairly targeted her and smeared her relentlessly. Like all of those lies that people heard about her and just the media, an Assad apologist, insane things, a Putin friend, like it's total nonsense. It's completely made up. So she finally leaves the party after ending Kamala's campaign in 2020 because she was thrown out by a corrupt DNC. Either you get in line behind them or we will crush you is their motto. And so to me, it's impossible to even support them at the ballot box, but she stood up to them and, she's made a fine way for herself despite really this massive coordinated effort to crush her, sadly, by scumbags.
Dr. Black, Tulsi Gabbard, bullish, bearish, you like her? Personally, I think she's a smoke show, personally. I mean, that's one guy's opinion. What do you think? What do you think about Tulsi?
No, I agree with you. I think she's hot. She's very well spoken. I like people that switch sides. I play the bad guy in pro wrestling, and to me, this is just pro wrestling, right? This is switching between good guy and bad guy. Like now I'm in the red team, now I'm in the blue team, now I'm pro guns, now I'm anti guns. It's I love it. She's playing the game, and you can't hate her for that.
There's like a very few amount of politicians that I believe when they're speaking. Somebody like Elizabeth Warren or somebody like, who's that old guy that looks like a turtle that's always there? The old
Mitch
Republican
McConnell.
Guy.
Mitch McConnell.
Thank you very much. Mitch McConnell. There's like certain politicians that every time they speak, I'm like, oh, they got their talking points. There's no way in hell that they're going to be real. But then like Bernie, even though I don't agree with him economically, I believe when he's speaking. Tulsi, I believe when she's speaking. But maybe it's, and every time I also believe a politician later on in life, I'm like, oh, why'd you believe the politician? They screwed you again. What do you think, PJ? I mean, you believe her? You think that this girl, you believe when she speaks?
I haven't listened to any of her new stuff as much as I should. I'm a professional poker player. I kind of have I can read people. It's like this skill I've developed from wrestling all these years, actually, believe it or not. I think I told you guys the story offline. I can see through anybody's bullshit, especially politicians. I mean, think about this. Like history keeps on repeating itself. Has any politician ever not lied? Think about this. Even your favorite guy, right? Like they say things to get elected because a lot of those things, a lot of those policies, they maybe don't have control of, and they cannot do anything about it. But I mean, they all just say whatever it is to get elected. So to me, every single politician is a liar.
Tony, I see you broke into the show here. I know you. What do you got? You got Tulsi thoughts. What do you got here? You got money loaded. What are we doing here?
Well, yeah, we got some money over on Kalshi, and Tulsi Gabbard happens to be one of the markets here. I think we should play it. It looks pretty close, but there might be an edge here somewhere. I'd like to ask PJ. I mean, based on your casual observation as a non-American, how are we looking here on this Tulsi market?
Let's see the odds over there. 45% chance. How much
Looks like you have to buy at 49 cents. Look like coin flip odds on Tulsi to be nominated to the cabinet. You like it? You like it, Doctor?
I like that. Let's take that one.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you say, 500, boys?
Yeah.
Rip it at 500 ball.
Yeah. What do we have? We have 1,000 in total, right? So do 500, then we have some more money to play with.
Should we be using limit orders? Average price 61 cents. Did we accidentally buy up the order book? We might need to be placing limit. Maybe we should figure out how Kalshi works before we start clicking in the future.
I didn't go through. It didn't go through
yet.
No.
This show.
Okay.
Now,
that's
show,
too
I'm
much
gonna
price. We got to check the order book. So
hands raised here. We don't do a lot of research before firing out our own money here. It is all our money.
We got to go on the left side. They're the order book.
We could potentially make some hasty clicks on this show. Just all right. So Brett, dial them in.
Below the chart, it says
we got an order book here. This is great. We're learning about Kalshi's our lead sponsor, PJ, and they sent us a chunk of money to put us back on the air. So we're we took we took 2 years off. We're not really the hard working.
Let's do 250.
We're not
250 will buy us up to that 51 cents.
Need a job.
Okay.
I believe you can. I believe you can if you set certain limit orders in certain parameters.
Yeah, average price 50 cents.
You can actually get yield on that too, because you're supplying liquidity to the market, which is a fantastic feature of Kalshi.
4%.
Dr. Black, thank you.
Your balance.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Black, for actually schooling us on what we're doing with our 13K that we have LOLing around here. Actually, Tony, and did we get that in? We got in the quick 250?
Fired it, yep.
All right, we might need to drop a limit order like after the thing. But now, all right, let's take a look at that portfolio. And I think since Glance is in here, I think we can dump. Are we up on that Kamala position that we took? Do we have a Kamala? Do we have like either a Trump no or a Kamala yes position somewhere that we're up on a little bit?
We have a Kamala yes in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, what do we got? 2K.
Yeah.
Can we go ahead and dump that, Brett?
Well, so
Brett,
the reason
DJ,
we bought Kamala in PA initially because there was a discrepancy between the general odds in Pennsylvania, and we were like, PA is basically the election. But now it's flipped, where she has better odds in PA than in the general. So the reason we bought it in the first place, we've sort of seen that through, and now we can dump it for a small profit. And I'm 2-0 betting on Kamala this cycle, by the way. It's someone I don't personally like very much. But hey.
Love it. Love it. So, all right. So, Dr. Black, are we certifying this? We had Kamala to win in Pennsylvania, price-based bet, and now we're going to dump that right now. Are we all right here?
Yeah, I mean, as
like
long
it,
as you
love it, hate it.
Are you in the green? Are you in the green on that?
Yeah, we're up.
I believe we're in the green.
We're in the green. It says right there. We're up $70.
Dump some of it then. What my strategy usually is, I break it down into thirds. If I'm up, right, I sell 30.
I think we're just cheating the whole stack.
Okay.
Yeah, we're more of a again, hasty clicks over here. Does it say if we won or lost on the bet? That's all right. We don't really.
Degenerate gamblers. I love it. My kind of people.
We won.
That's right.
This count is going to be in action, and it's going to be in more action on the 5th of November. Remember to watch Market Mania election stream on the 5th of November. And Dr. Black, you are more than welcome to join us. We're going to have a multi-hour stream. You don't need to lock in for the whole time with us. But if you want to drop by for 10, 15 minutes, if you want to tell us what you're betting on, if you want to tell us what you like, what you don't like, if something surprised you, we would love to have you back on the 5th of November. We're going to do a multi-hour stream. We're going to have all of the results. We're going to have Kalshi locked and loaded the whole night and just watching all the odds move the whole night. We're going to just see what happens on that crazy day. No matter what happens, we can guarantee crazy.
I'm in. First of all, I'm in, and I kind of have a feeling that I'm going to see a lot more of you guys. I mean, I'm down to do the show whenever you guys want.
Hell yeah.
I mean, we need to do the deep state show too later on. We're going to have to come back with that. We're looking to get canceled here too. None of us really love working, but so if you want to come and help us do that.
That's a great
Tony, what you got?
That's a great goal. I've never heard anyone say the goal is to get canceled. I love that.
Yeah, how do you know where the edge is unless you go over it?
That's right. I just wanted to say one more thing. If you guys wanted to follow along with our bets on Kalshi, just go to Kalshi.com/Market Mania. That's Kalshi.com/Market Mania. If you use that link and you place some bets, that's absolutely the best way you can help us out, keep this show going, get us geared up for that election special. That's going to be awesome. We'll have celebrities from the whole gambling world. I think we got confirmation from Phil Hellmuth and a few others. So please put that on your calendar. I'm getting out of here and we can go to the pick of the day.
PJ Black, you ever meet Phil Hellmuth? You ever met that guy?
I have not met him in person. Great fan of him. I watch him all the time. I played some poker in Vegas with a lot of the pros. I never ran into him though.
You come on the stream. I'm going to make you an introduction, and then we got Mattisau. Have you ever met Mattisau in real life? That is a fucking ride.
Somewhere in an event, I forget. Maybe
you got to come on, Mattisau. Mattisau and Hellmuth are both just. I mean, it's an experience whenever you see these people, and you tell all your friends. Oh, I met Phil Hellmuth. That gives you some sort of weird cred these days. And okay, Tony, I think that, and again, Dr. Black, what we do every show is that I change to the safety glasses, which you have to put on, because it is now the Market Mania pick of the day.
Make the party rock, drop it like it's hot. Everybody stack, I'm stacking to the top.
Dr. Black, thank you so much for joining us. What is your pick of the day on Market Mania?
Oh, you said any stock, any equity, anything?
Yeah, and I believe we locked you into the one that you said before the show so that Tony could get it loaded up there.
Tesla. I'm a big fan. A lot of people think it's just a car company. They do so much more than that. You know, I have the Tesla solar panels and the battery installed. I'm getting a new Tesla next week, actually. I went to the event in Burbank where they released the robo-taxis. I don't know if you guys follow that. That's going to be, I mean, just the energy industry alone is going to be massive, combined with the AI and the cars and everything that they do. I think in the next 3, 4, 5 years, it's going to be like buying Amazon in 2001.
Love it. Love it. Thank you very much, Dr. Black. Brett Ritchie, the robo-taxi, I got dreams of just having a fleet of those things and then just sending them out to go drive. And then maybe you need to ride yourself at like 8 a.m. You're like, all right, be back here at this time. I got dreams. I got dreams of just sending your little robot car out to work Uber for you or whatever it is, you know, all night. That would be so cool.
I think
Brett
it's coming.
Ritchie.
I think it's coming. I mean, the technology is almost there. Like it's the
Sure.
new robo-taxi that they're releasing in 27 doesn't even have pedals or a steering wheel. So that's definitely a possibility. And they said it could make you up to 50 grand a year if you rent it out to like Uber. But I noticed a lot of these companies have been stacking them. You know, if you lease a Tesla right now, there is no option to buy it out. So a lot of these companies knows what's coming, and they're prepping for that already. I mean, I hope we get to see that sooner rather than later, but I mean, it's inevitable.
Super fun to think about that. Brett Ritchie, what is your Market Mania pick of the day?
I'm going with the yes on Tulsi that we already bet over on Kalshi. Luckily, Dr. Black agreed with my pick of the day that Tulsi's going to be nominated to the cabinet. So I think even money, it's a good bet, honestly.
All right. You can see Trump maybe looking at the pretty girl being like, oh, yeah, all right, fine. You're in, whatever. Yeah, give her, what does she want? Energy? What does she want? You know, environment? Just put her in there. Okay, and then so my pick of the day, I'm going and just, Dr. Black, I just want to apologize for this. I'm going with the dumbest shit that I could find this week. That's just my thesis. Just the absolute dumbest shit I could find. I don't really have, hand raised, know nothing about this one also. But I saw something on the board, hamster combat. Don't have a clue what it is. It just sounded like, just this cycle. I just see the dumbest shit mooning these days. So this was the dumbest thing that I could find out there. Hamster combat. No idea what it does. No clue at all. Just want to put it on the radar for everybody as my pick of the day.
No idea. 220 million. What could go wrong?
No clue. No clue at all.
With a name like that, maybe you have some good juju there.
Hamster combat. And so, Dr. Black, thank you so much for joining the show. I do want to see you back. It would be fun to get deeper. It would be fun to get deeper with you. You're one of the ones that we could go. We could get into it. I got a feeling. But
I'm down. Whatever you guys want, just let me know.
You're locked in for November 5th, our election special. You are locked in there, Dr. Black. And then, it would be fun to drop by in a longer form. That's going to be hours and hours of stream, ladies and gentlemen. And then you do want to drop by there for that. It's going to be a much longer form thing than Market Mania, and it's going to go all night. And we're going to, be on as long as we possibly can or until we have a winner declared. And then the markets aren't as fun anymore. But for today, we like to leave you every episode with a couple of bars from one of the modern day poets of our time. And today, it's going to be from King Von, R.I.P., and from his ballad, Took Her to the O. And it goes a little something like this. Just got some top from this stripper bitch. She's from Kankakee. Just bought a Glock with a ruler clip. Boy, don't play with me. This bitch a hoe. Met her at the Stowe. You know how it goes. She want to smoke, so I bought some dope and took her to the O. Like and subscribe to this show on X or on YouTube. You can hit us, Market Mania Show, on the old Twitter there, or X, whatever the hell you call it these days, and be a part of our Market Mania mailbag if you have some questions for us. for today, that's going to be all. We will see you tomorrow, if there is a tomorrow. But for now, it's lights out.
Let's take a journey to Africa. Concerning the mystic word and you learning the massacre. It's from the wish to spit rock up this eye, but we'll stop, give the shot, cause it's not gonna be stopped in this prime forever.